This is the final part in the demonstrations having to do with points or tags. So select points. We see I've created a couple of more tags here, 2, 3, and 4. And it's for demonstration only. They point to different registers also inside of the Automation Direct. But let's select new point. And then we want to select analog pointer host. As we discussed in the last demonstration, part 2, whenever you see this host name in the tag type, it means the tag that resides within the HMI. It doesn't have an external reference for collecting its data. The analog pointer host and digital pointer host is a little bit different, and I'll show you how it works. It has to have a tag name and description as all the other ones have. The description is optional. The tag name must be unique across all of them. It has a list here of tag names and items, and the default is 64. You can increase it to 5,000. I wouldn't increase it to 5,000 unless you needed 5,000. The fewer number that you use, the faster the system will respond. But let's say we have a screen, and on that screen is a fire pump skid, and it has a fire pump motor and a pump pressure and a discharge valve state and maybe a temperature, water temperature. Now let's say we have 5 of those fire pumps, and they're all the same. They're just 5 fire pumps around a plant, and they're all identical except for location. So let's further assume that analog 1 is the pump discharge pressure for pump 1, and analog 2 is the pump discharge pressure for 2, and then the same for 3 and 4. You should notice they all point to the same item number, just a different internal tag name. So now I have created a screen, and that screen has the pump discharge pressure and the temperature and the motor and the discharge valve state for the skid. And I want the user to be able to look at the skid to determine the status of the fire pump and maybe start and stop it. If I had 5 fire pumps, I would have to make 5 different screens. But using the pointer host tags, I can make one screen, and when I open the screen, I can set the index value to either point to number 1, 2, 3, or 4. This is the initial index value, so for example you can have it set as 1. So you create a button, for example, to open the window that shows the fire pump, and as one of the button commands you set it to set this tag name's index value to 2, and then when the screen opens and you have the animation that is looking at the pump pressure, it will look at this animation. It will look at this tag for its animation. If you set it for 3, it'll look at this tag for its animation. So this is a pointer to an actual tag. That's really all this is. It's just a way to not have to duplicate graphics for things that are identical on screens. The digital pointer host is the same. It's just for digital points. Hit select, it comes up, you see, with digital, and the other one comes up with analog. And that's it for this demonstration. Oh. I did want to add a further comment to the host pointer tags, and that is that these tags are available to be accessed in scripts. So for example, if you were going to iterate through some flow totalizers, you could set up each totalizer as a tag, reference it in each item, and then inside of the script increment the index value and add or sum the values together. It doesn't have to be exclusive for graphics. This tag is a tag, as is any other tag. When you reference it, this tag just happens to look at this value to get the result from the other tag that's referenced as the item in the list.